Mike the Troop Jackson here for another edition of Fighters Talk. And again, I'm joined today by the Wolverine, Mr. Justin Reiswerg.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing very well. I'm sitting here suffering with you. We're here at the 1 year anniversary of Houston Muay Thai at Pimlico, and they have some, from what I heard, that's what they telling me.
Yeah,
they told me they have some phenomenal burgers and shit, but I was like, no, I'm not having none of that because my man Wolverine is fighting, so I'm suffering like he's suffering out here. But it smells good though, right?
It really does. And they have more than burgers, it looks like.
Man, it smells so good. Man, forget all that shit. We out here to talk about Legacy 44. You have a big fight coming up. It's one of those tough situations. It's not necessarily the biggest fight of your career because he only has 3 fights, but he has a little bit of name recognition. You're taking on Carrington Banks. He was on the recent season of The Ultimate Fighter, the Black Zillions versus ATT. What do you know about your opponent?
I know he's a good wrestler, and to be honest, I haven't even watched the Ultimate Fighter season yet. But I'm going to go back and at least watch his fight for sure. You know, you got to be as smart as possible. But I know he's a good wrestler, and I'm sure they're trying to put together a game plan to deal with my style of fighting. You know, they're going to try and take advantage of his strengths and try and set me off balance.
Now, for you, here he has a strong wrestling background. He wrestled in college, but that's really, it seems, that all he has in his arsenal. For you, you're seeming to be a more complete fighter, either striking or on the ground. Are you really worried about his wrestling?
No, not really. I've never been scared to go to the ground with anybody. It's not going to start now because of a wrestler. So, you know, if he wants to sit there and try and hold me down, he would be the first person to be able to do it. Nobody holds me down. Won't let it happen. He'll find himself, you know, either standing back up or in a submission pretty quickly.
Man, who wants to get submitted when they're on top? I mean, that's some of that freaky shit, you know, in the bed. Never mind. So, you know, you said you're going to sit here, you're going to watch a little bit of film. What do you expect to see from some of the footage that from this past season Ultimate Fighter?
I imagine they've got a little bit of him training, a little bit of him talking, and then obviously his fight. I know he won his fight. To be honest, I don't even know how, but I'll be able to find that out. As far as talking, you know, you get to see how confident he is in himself, and maybe if he's got a little bit of weakness, maybe he talks about something on the show. You never know. But the Ultimate Fighter just kind of gives me an inside look at him during the house, so that might give me an inside view.
Now, outside of Ultimate Fighter, as far as now we're talking about live and up-to-date information, have you seen or heard anything come out of, you know, maybe on Twitter or social media or whatever? Have you heard anything from him or his camp?
No, I haven't. Oh. Have you?
I haven't. I didn't even know who the dude was, to be honest with you. I watched it. Shout out to the UFC and the Ultimate Fighter, Black Zillion, ATT, but I'm not friends with the Black.
I was at training. I'm sorry. I was at training, you know.
Yeah, look, we had a fight. I just thought he got a fight coming up. It's just a bad time slot for fighters. That's made for the fans at that 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Look, we at Houston Muay Thai.
The rest of us are
look at that, Houston Muay Thai. We representing.
The rest of us are busy.
So speaking of Houston Muay Thai, you train there. We're at the 1 year anniversary. I spoke to B earlier. And my question, same question to you is, how has Houston Muay Thai helped you become a better fighter?
Oh, man. I got to say, mostly it's given me just a little bit different look at how to train because Corley brings that real Thai style of training. A lot of light sparring, a ton of drilling, do your bag work on your own time, which everybody should be doing on their own time, you know. I love the way they train, and then also I feel like my clinch has gotten a lot better. Not wrestling style clinch, but as far as my striking clinch, elbows have picked up, my knees have gotten a lot better, my control has gotten good. And I'm super proud of my coaches for, you know, old striking coach and new striking coach came together. They had a business and 1 year in the making. Super proud of them now, too.
Definitely. Your last fight you had didn't go the way you planned. What did you take from that fight, and what have you changed?
That fight, you know, I have to be able to ignore some small mistakes that I make, and I can't get too caught up with them. I also occurred a new situation that I've never had. I had blood in my eyes for the first time ever. It was a lot more distracting than I thought. And, you know, I just need to learn to pay attention and stay in the fight. I can't drift off because of distractions and mistakes. As long as I stay in it, I can catch anybody with anything at any time, whether we're on the ground and standing. So as long as I stay focused in the fight, I'll get you.
Wonderful. Just a Reiswerg co-main event, correct?
I hope so.
Let's get him co-main event.
Main event, whatever.
Mick and some Mick Maynard. You in here somewhere?
He's probably got a burger
Yeah. Fucking Mick, you gotta be just teamed up.
and a beer.
It's your man in here, man. You gotta sacrifice like me. This Reiswerg, man. Good luck in your fight. Can't wait to see that shit on Access TV.
Appreciate it.